Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo.
Good time, everyone. This is the 12-Bit Pod here, where we talk all things games. I'm your host, Austin, and with me is our production manager at WIDR FM, Ryan.
Yo, what it do, folks? What it do? We back. 12-Bit's back.
Yeah, it's been a minute. School finals. We've been working on some special stuff, but we'll get into that later.
We'll get into it. Yes, we will. Ooh-hoo.
Look, this will probably be the last one till next year, if we're being honest.
12-Bit Pod?
Yeah, 12-Bit Pod.
We can always do maybe a special over summer.
Possibly.
Hop on a Zoom or something. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah. But while we may be gone, the games are definitely not. So I got a list of some of the games that are coming out in the next couple of months over summer, and I just want to get into those. The first one that caught my eyes, because it sounds like it's going to be releasing in like the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is War Mongrels. It's an RTS. It's an RTS based on real events from World War II, and the game promises to bring grim reality of the war to you.
Oh,
are you a big fan of RTSs? Because I've never.
RTS, this term I do not know.
Real-time strategy game.
Real-time strategy, and give me a rundown of what type of game, like your a genre-defining game.
A genre-defining game
for RTS. What would I know?
Command and Conquer.
Okay, yeah.
Command and Conquer. Yeah. The genre-defining. I like the one with Jim, I don't think it's Jim. It's a famous comedian.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I do enjoy those games. Yeah,
the guy from Clue. That's a weird.
Carrie?
Yeah.
Huh. Is it?
Yeah, he plays like a weird communist dude in it. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's like a super memed game.
I couldn't tell you, my friend.
It's Red Alert. Yeah, famous game. Yeah. No, I just enjoy RTSs, and like the golden era has kind of gone by because they were real big in the 90s and early 2000s because RTSs didn't have to look pretty.
No.
And no games in the early 2000s looked good.
Well, that's not the point. I mean, the point is to just think and strategize. So, that's coming out when, again?
Like the beginning of next, like right at the beginning of next.
War Mongrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So we'll
for PC and I think everything except from what I saw.
Gotcha, yeah. Poor Switch ain't getting no love.
They're actually got some cool stuff. Security Breach came out for them yesterday for Switch too.
Paladins is coming off the Switch. I got an email about that yesterday.
They're gonna get the big one this summer, so like I don't think it matters.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. Another game. This one has been making a lot more waves. Redfall has been waking maze as a Left 4 Dead style shooter as players battle against the vampire overlords with special abilities and fun characters in this 4-player shooter.
Yeah.
It's expected to come out like May 2nd this year, so like right around the corner too.
I mean, I saw the trailer. Trailers come out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Several trailers come out. People have already gotten betas and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's super interesting. So
not particularly my genre, but like it looks fun. Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely it's a Left 4 Dead type shooter because I remember the trailer almost. I think the first one that came out is the one I saw, and it was so intriguing. Yet I feel like they didn't really tell you what the game was going to be about, besides the fact that it looked like a four-person co-op shooter.
Which honestly, these days is actually a plus because we haven't gotten a whole lot of them. We had a Back 4 Blood. But that game had so many problems at launch. I mean, it's a fun game. I played that one.
Launch was tough. I remember
it was a bad launch.
It was a really bad, glitchy as all could be. But
like just mechanical, gameplay issues.
Like serious.
They fixed it now, but I mean, this isn't Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah. They're not gonna have that amazing jump back to it.
But I think COVID really helped that genre out, the 4-person
just co-op games in general too.
Yeah, with the homies, get on a Discord call with the homies and you play.
Because that was when It Takes Two came out and that game won like all sorts of awards.
Which I still have to play, but I've heard nothing but great things about it.
It's an amazing game. Also, like an homage to all the other genres too. I think
right? Isn't it like a co-op puzzle?
Yeah, it's a co-op puzzle game, but at some point, somebody is playing like one of those like Ace Combat kind of arcadey bullet hell type fighting games.
Oh, gotcha.
And then your partner is doing a Mortal Kombat style game on top of that. Like it's just fun and
mashup. Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I've heard great things, and I think it won Game of the Year.
Won a couple of awards for Game of the Year. I don't think it won Game Award, like the actual Game of the Year, because
Or it got some award.
It got a couple, yeah. I don't remember what the game of the year was for that one. I think
don't quote me, folks. Please, never quote me.
It wasn't Red Dead, and I don't think it was Ragnarok because that came out recently. But
it was.
I felt like it was one of the bigger ones.
It wasn't Elden Ring, was it?
No, because that was this year's.
Was that?
Time, right? Yeah.
Speaking of the Game Awards, that's when the kid ran up on stage, right?
Was that the Game Awards?
It was Elden Ring. He ran up on Elden Ring, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because everybody was talking about
Baton, right?
That's wild. Like,
forgot about that. It feels like a dream, don't it?
The whole thing.
Yeah,
really.
it does feel like a dream.
This one you actually know more about than I do because Amnesia: The Bunker comes out May 23rd, and apparently this one promises to change up the format. And I'll be honest, the only like horror games I play are the ones where they give me a shotgun and 20-minute damage.
You want to fight back? Yeah, you want to fight back?
Look,
hey, I get you, dude.
I love horror games. Give me that plasma cutter. Give me the Red 9 before we do anything.
Just something. It could be anything.
Apparently, Amnesia is not one of these games. A little more in the vein of like your Outlast or kind of the other ones.
You are defenseless.
Yeah. Which is apparently a big deal because when I pulled up the trailers, it looked like a shotgun or a flamethrower and then a revolver. So, I mean, a change of format.
For any Amnesia fan, seeing that trailer was almost like a shock, definitely like a rude awakening. It's just like, wow, I mean, this might be something. I mean, I think it's the right move and the right call, and I am like so excited to see how they're gonna work about this because I love all the Amnesia, like the classic traditional ones. I don't think I played Rebirth. Was the last one that came out
like a year or two ago, like recently.
I haven't played it, but it's on Game Pass and it's been looking me in the face. But I mean, Dark Descent, all the other ones are just so good. Machine for Pigs.
Wasn't Amnesia wasn't the first Amnesia that game that had the sanity meter that would actively troll you?
Oh yeah. I mean, talk about like
one mechanically revolutionary. Second, ultimate troll. Like that is peak. Like if you want to mess with a character, at the end of the day, you're fine. I have played Dead Space and it's terrible, but that's not my eye under the laser. Actively telling me the game crashed, that's traumatizing. And
just the modability of the older
a lot of the older game
really was influential in making that scene blow up for what it was. But exciting. Like you said, the Bunker trailer, I saw them pull out the pistol and they obviously made a big slowdown for that reference.
I feel like you have to for what this game
they want to make it impactful to see that pistol pop out.
I'm a little concerned though, because already this year we've had Dead Space 2, Resident Evil 4, and it kind of feels like Amnesia is gonna have a hard time kind of getting into that little more like obviously
where are they gonna find their place in that genre or in that avenue of that lane?
I mean, it's Dead Space, the most iconic sci-fi horror game probably of all time, and it's Resident Evil again, like the defining
4 remake game. Just came out, right?
And it's fantastic. I have it, and I hate horror things. That's how good it is.
I mean, what a great game, though.
Oh, it's fantastic.
If you have never played Resident Evil 4, you have to go play it right now.
Yeah, actually, don't play the original because it was made in 2004 where controls were
It was good for its time.
10 controls are not my thing. That's a me thing, personally. I know plenty of people love them.
Okay. I could understand that, though, yeah.
No, it feels
the remake's
great.
Good?
Oh, the remake's fantastic.
I've seen people play it, and it looks beautiful, but...
Great.
I've been playing so many remakes, I can't play anymore.
Yeah, and it's not even like a remaster. It's like legitimately good. Bunch of like references to the old games too.
Oh, that's great.
You can find like the original OP gun in like the middle of the lake.
Oh, interesting.
And just to have.
Oh, that's cool.
Fun stuff like that. Also, they built in ways for speedrunners to break the game.
Interesting. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, like there's this massive fight in the beginning of the village.
And is it where you shoot the bell and you can skip it? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That one to me was like, okay, that's pretty dope. That's the only thing I saw. I was like, word up.
I hear if you go to the lake and shoot at the river 3 times, it'll automatically kill the boss for you.
Oh, interesting. Oh, well,
that's just what I heard.
Y'all hearing this? Go check it out. Go open your Resident 4 remake and go shoot the river 3 times.
Yeah. Anyway,
skip that boss.
Okay, moving on from horror. Well, moving on to a different kind of horror. Killer Frequency is an 80s slasher-inspired horror game where you play as a late-night DJ host whose callers are being stalked by a killer.
A late-night DJ host.
Which I feel like was kind of... That was a thing in like the 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah, wouldn't you say?
Like, well, obviously,
I'm sitting here
it's
in
our
our
cup of tea.
studio looking over my shoulder.
As a guy who has a late-night show, I hope I never am stalked by a killer. But like, you know...
Bro, honestly, here
And Meek for great DJ.
hopping out of fonts at night, it seems like there's someone watching you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Have you ever been here late at night and hopped out and it's dark?
I have the late night show here, or I have an evening show here.
Yeah, have you like?
I mean, the sun's out on my way back now because time changed. But like before then, I was like, oh, there's a chance I'm gonna get stabbed.
There's definitely some times I hopped out at like 11. It's like, wow, it's like so quiet. It's just eerily quiet.
Like nobody's on campus.
Nobody's on
night,
campus at night. And with those lights on, and there's just no one around.
So we've already lived this experience. So I think we probably don't have to play this horror game. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a coward.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, this one seems fun though. It has a this one seems fun. We're seeing a lot of these like have you heard about that game on Steam? That's like based on real people's like traumatic events. They turned it into like a horror game.
Oh, interesting. I think I know what you're talking about.
And like they're calmer almost. Like you're not having to run into demons or Las Plagas or necromorphs or like kind of the crazy stuff.
The paranormal stuff and whatnot. Yeah.
But it's just like some dude, some woman lunatic, like that cafe game that came out that was really popular with like the YouTubers.
Cafe game.
Yeah, it's like I guess based on like a Korean like folk story.
Oh, bro, you losing me, man. No, you good. Explain. That's the whole point. You gotta explain.
I'm sure somebody knows about this because Jacksepticeye and Markiplier both did playthroughs of it. But you own like a cafe, and like I think it's supposed to be like Korea because it's based off of Korean folk tale or whatever. And like you're just slowly getting stalked. Yeah, no. So we're seeing a lot more of these like, I guess normal horror stories, where like they're people.
A little like personal, like more instead of like
not world ending, no monsters, no demons. It is a person with like a
so like I see. So you're not
more serial killer.
You're not fighting anything. That you're fighting a human.
Yeah,
you're against
John
a human.
Down the road.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it seems fun though. I'm sure people are gonna love it. I won't play it. I already work at a radio station. I don't need to be playing a game about
It'll be fun, dude. It makes me intrigued. But again, I'd hate to.
Perfect excuse for the WIDR gaming channel to come up,
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be funny.
Also, apparently there's a RoboCop game coming out.
RoboCop
game
it's
coming out sometime in June, apparently.
Okay.
You obviously play as Alex Murphy. And
I feel like I heard about this.
Yeah, I feel like I saw something about it. Maybe not
a little bit ago. Yeah, maybe a little bit ago.
I feel like it was mentioned at some point
on Twitter. I maybe saw something.
That could have been it. It's been a while since like RoboCop has been in like popular culture. Like
Mortal Kombat. He was a DLC character in Mortal Kombat. I think it's the last. Like,
and his lines,
pop culture.
By the way, his like lines in that game, heartbreaking. Him and Rambo have like a couple of heart-to-heart moments that are just like I know it's Mortal Kombat, but like damn.
Understood. Yeah.
No, the Mortal Kombat line.
I didn't play that. What is it? MK11.
Yeah, 11.
I played X a lot, but I never played MK11.
I don't know. I'm not into this.
I've never seen RoboCop because I get full stage zoned by RoboCop. I think
RoboCop and Rambo can have a fight in Mortal Kombat. That's where we're at.
Hey, I'm down for it.
No, here's pretty
mashups, baby.
Yeah,
crossovers.
But yeah, no. And then of course we had that reboot, which wasn't terrible, but people hated it because nostalgia and like fans are just like the worst sometimes.
If they do them,
Yeah. Oh gosh, no, I've been with the sister live show 8-bit hour.
Sister live show.
Yeah,
I like that title.
We're the sister channel.
Yeah, sister.
But it's both me. Yeah, I've been talking a lot about like Mandalorian, and it's crazy.
I heard you talk about it listening live the other day. I hope you know I listen to your show a lot.
I'm glad. Apparently, I've heard a lot of people say they actually listen to my show. I don't know if it's like a Wednesday morning thing, or I've just touched all the nerd hearts and everybody. But like,
I opened it and you were playing. I think it was a Mario song.
I do. Yeah, Mario's a go-to class.
And then you instantly talked about Mandalorian for like 2 minutes and then moved on to something from that. Yeah. I was like, oh, word up, dude. Yeah. I was like, I'm always so happy.
If you're interested in to see what Ryan's rambling about, I'm on every Wednesdays mornings, 11 to noon, or at least one more time.
What's your show called?
The 8-bit hour every morning.
Not every morning, right?
Or every Wednesday morning.
Every Wednesday morning. But you got to tune in. What a great show.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a good show. I mean, I know I'm biased, but like,
I'm telling you, it's a good show.
I'm interested to see I feel like RoboCop could be a fun game.
Like
just mechanically.
I think it'd be fun
because I played an old Judge Dredd game at some point, and like the whole thing was like you have the one Judge Dredd gun, but you can like, change it up, and I feel like RoboCop would have a lot of like. You have like the RoboCop RoboCop iconic pistol, and then you just like change up what that gun can do. And I really, for some reason, I really like games like that. Maybe it's because I'm still like finishing up Mass Effect, and my main character is just a soldier who has no special abilities other than the fact that he's everybody's therapist and has a bullet for every situation. No, I have a whole thing about this. Mass Effect, if you play Paragon...
You're talking about Mass Effect 2 the other day.
I was, because I've been binging through all of them because I've never actually finished all of them. I've just played 2.
They are, I mean, they're pretty decently long, right?
I have like 30 hours in Mass
long.
Effect 3 right now, and I still have like a couple missions to do, so yeah, it's decently long. Oh. But great series. I'm excited for I'm excited to see what RoboCop does. Mass Effect 4 also. We're supposed to get more information about that this summer because we have a trailer for Mass Effect 4.
I'm smiling just because I'm a little phased out from Mass Effect at this moment.
Well, there has been a whole lot of Mass Effect news. Andromeda came out and had really fun gameplay, but I thought the story and some of the companions were kind of lacking.
I didn't play it, but I heard
pretty average.
I heard different or mixed reviews.
It's good, but I mean, like when you're comparing it to Mass Effect, which is considered
the predecessors,
to be like one of the peak moments of gaming, you know, it's
of
kind
all
of hard
time.
to say.
Like literally, I mean,
it's not even Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. It's the Mass Effect series. Like that's hard to swing. That's kind of hard to compare.
Well, I feel like it's just getting to the age where a lot of people, especially new gamers, just haven't been able to play that series.
Been a minute too, yeah. I mean, Legendary Edition came out and it brought a whole lot of new people.
It's on Game Pass right now, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. It looks so old compared to everything else. It still has a 360 box art on it. And everything else is Xbox One and over. It's like crazy. I was like, man,
Mass Effect 1
it's so old.
Did not age
well.
I'll be straight with you. Mass Effect 1 did not age well, having played it recently.
Played it recently, yeah.
But Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 hold up fantastic.
So
if you do see it on the Xbox Pass, sit down, play it. You don't even have to play 1. I'm going to be honest with you. There's some really great stuff in there. I'm not sure if it's enough for a replay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And of course we have the behemoths this summer, which are Jedi Survivor, Diablo 4.
Oh, the big three.
And Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which are going to be the big three. The big three this summer.
What's the first one again? What did you run? A behemoth?
No, the 3 behemoths that are coming out.
Behemoths, yeah. Sorry.
No, Jedi Survivor being the big one, because Star Wars has a massive fan base, always. Diablo 4, Return of the King, hopefully.
How could you? Yeah, Diablo is always.
I know Diablo Mobile had some problems. Hopefully EA learned their lesson.
Some problems. Remember when they released like the announcement and everyone booed them?
That's a first. One of the most hated games of like 2020 had Keanu Reeves like cheering them on, and Diablo Mobile couldn't even like get a good attention. And
I expect it to be a decent change, or not a decent change, but
it's a wake up call.
Yeah, wake
for
up,
them.
not wake up, but it'll be a breath of fresh air for them.
Yeah, hopefully they'll let the developers and game planners do what they do best, which is create great games. I've played Diablo 3 once. Fantastic. No regrets. I played it for like 2 hours once at a friend's house at like, midnight, as you do. Best experience.
Good. Solid games.
Diablo series is right up there on like with Halo in terms of like hanging out with friends, kind of nostalgia, I feel like.
Without a doubt.
Just general. It's like one of those games for sure.
I feel like it depends on I feel like there's a lot of people who also missed that era.
Definitely. I was
definitely older.
Yeah, I was definitely one of them for the most part.
Especially if you weren't into PC gaming, you wouldn't even really cross paths with that.
I feel like Diablo was on Xbox though, as like.
But I guess I wasn't in that Xbox Diablo scene, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Halo was so big at the time too.
Halo, I can't. Don't bring it up. I'll talk about Halo all day long.
Understandable. I do have something to show you later that you might get a kick out of regarding that.
Let's run through it.
No, I'm excited to see Diablo 4 because again, I played like Diablo 3 once for like 2 hours before we switched back to Halo because Halo was the king of everything back in the day. I'm excited to get into Diablo 4. Not like because I played Path of the Exiles, which is kind of the similar style, but I'm excited to get into Diablo. Jedi Survivor, obviously. We have a whole episode talking about Survivor and Fallen Order on this very podcast, actually. I think it's like 2 podcasts back. So you should just go check that out.
Go check it out.
I don't think we need to reframe it. We've seen it everywhere. And then, of course, Legends of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I think
this is probably the biggest, this for me at least, is the hypest one.
We're calling the other 2 behemoths because we have to have a good, like, gimmick for the podcast. Tears of the Kingdom is going to blow everything out of the water.
I mean, like, when did Breath of the Wild come out? How long has it been?
2-3 years ago?
I think it's like 7.
No, it's not here.
It has to be. It feels like because it came out on the Wii U.
No, it came out on the Wii Switch.
It did not. It came out on the Wii U.
No, I'm pretty sure it came out.
Take a look.
When
Definitely came out on the Wii U.
Breath of
And then I believe it
the
got
Wild
ported
Rift.
over to the Switch. It was like the main game
2017.
first released where?
Launched on both Wii U and Switch. I
Yeah.
do owe you an apology.
Yeah.
That is old.
But it was at the end of the Wii U's life cycle. Obviously,
which was pretty short, but yeah.
So
I didn't even realize it was that old, actually. Wow.
2017, so it's 6 years now, almost.
It's been out for, okay, think about it like this, though. It's been out for like a amount of years.
Maths.
A maths amount of years. And I am still watching people play this game on like 6-hour live streams for charity like yesterday. So this game,
running it, doing crazy, whatever they do.
like people are just like, this game, such a replayable game for some reason.
I don't know what it is about it, yeah.
Because, like, objectively speaking, it's Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. And obviously Legend of Zelda is iconic, masterpiece. But at the end of the day, it's like boss fights. Quote-unquote bunker raids. And, like, it's got great lore.
Bunker raids, yeah. The temples.
There's just something about it.
Shrines, I don't know why I
which
said
are
temples.
fundamentally every other challenge. The fact that this game is so amazing and is such a breakthrough is fascinating. Because on a surface level, I don't see anything different. However, Tears of the Kingdom is very much not that. We are changing up. There's just so much about Tears of the Kingdom, right? We have the floating islands.
We have the new, like, what do they call it? The spirits, but whatever. The Sheikah, whatever powers.
Yeah, new powers.
You can go through the mountain.
Powers for your iPod. The iPod's getting an update.
The iPod update, yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be a good one. The fusing weapon things. I am both ecstatic for and a little concerned about.
Why?
Okay, look. The cool thing about Breath of the Wild, and for me, for most games, is I like a variety of weapons. Breath of the Wild has a fantastic amount of them. I'm really hoping they don't like cheap out and say they'll be able to fuse weapons, so we don't have to make the cool ones.
Cut some back so so you can make your own.
I don't think that will be the case. But
I can see it though.
Yeah, you can see it. Obviously, developers have so much
crafting the vehicles too. I don't know if you saw that.
That's gonna be wild.
Cool.
Because there's no obviously they're showing us what we can do, but you know for a fact what we end up gonna get is like a barrel with a rocket launcher on it.
There's gonna be so many different. You could probably make a nuke and nuke a whole Bokoblin village, bro.
Oh god, it's gonna be wild. And of course we are getting, it sounds like we're gonna get a game where like Zelda is not in the back seat as much. And we know Ganondorf isn't gonna be in the back seat either, because I mean he's voiced by Matthew Mercer and Hot apparently.
I'm not even talking about the story because the trailer made no sense to me.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude. There's like 3 of them, 2 or 3 out right now, dude. They literally make no. I mean, I also might be like an absolute like imbecile when it comes to Zelda stuff, but like, bro, there were so many different cuts and transitions and like shot changes that like I could not tell what was going on.
I mean, but like,
besides Zelda is like talking to Link again, dude.
Yeah,
and here's Ganon again, and
well, I'm interested to see because at the end of the day, Breath of the Wild is fundamentally a dystopian, like apocalyptic story.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
Adventure.
I'm
discovery.
Excited to see, I'm excited to see Hyrule maybe a little more pieced together until
Without a doubt, I would hope so.
I want to see what Terrytown looks like after working so hard to like do all the side missions and stuff, and like.
I'm glad you brought that up because in the trailer they showed shots of towns and cities.
And like they're not these like apocalyptic shacks that we saw in
Breath of the Wild. There definitely was like they felt like rogue villages, did they not? It didn't feel like the towns were even towns. This is just like, oh, all right.
Maybe they were showing like bandit camps or something
no, in the Breath of the Wild. Yeah. I don't know if you ever.
I've seen an absorbent amount of gameplay because a YouTube channel I watch has been streaming it for charity. I haven't actually sat down and played because I don't own a Switch yet, and I plan on fixing that.
You'll have to.
Tax season, I'm hoping to get a little bit back.
Oh, that
OLD.
But I feel like the towns in Breath of the Wild were a little just like
almost settlement.
Bare bones, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like there's settlements in a post-apocalypse.
I don't think you could even go in like half the buildings, and the ones you were able to go into was like the dress shop, the item shop.
Hopefully,
which had like 2 or 3 items in it.
I'm hoping, and this is a weird one, I'm hoping that when I upgrade my armor, I don't feel so sexually harassed
I get you, bro.
Because
It's a little weird,
It's
dude.
so weird.
It's a little weird, dude. People love Link, bro. People love Link. I don't know what it is.
He is everybody's favorite video game twink.
I
We
guess
established.
so. I guess, man.
But no, apparently like the fairies in that game were based off like a Japanese culture thing, but it's just so weird sometimes.
Everybody, bro. Even
Everybody was-
I ain't gonna get into it, but like if you played the game, you know some of the dialogue at some points is like, yo, what? What did they just say to me? You know, it's like, yo, what?
Well, also to upgrade your armor, they just like straight up kiss you.
Yeah, that and like even like there's like some NPCs that like I talk to. I've been replaying it just to get excited for Tears of Kingdom. There's one that's like on the mountaintop and it's like low-key sexual harassment towards Link. I was like, dude, there's no way you could
He's
just put this in the game,
115.
dude.
You like give him.
This kid looks like a child, bro. Like, what do you mean?
I think he's like supposed to be in like that like YA age of like late
Like,
teens, early
like,
20s,
bro, he
but
looks like 13 and you're gonna tell this guy. I ain't even gonna say, I'm gonna repeat what they say, but like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I'm so excited though. It's gonna be so good.
Oh, I am too. But
So many of your friends have already.
what else are you excited for that's coming pretty soon, Austin?
What's coming
There's
out?
one thing it's not a game.
Oh yeah,
What is it, Austin?
it is with great pleasure that I announce that 89.1 WIDR FM is introducing WIDR Tales, your source for audio dramas.
You heard it here. WIDR Tales, the audio drama collection here at 89.1 WIDR FM is being the grand debut is coming at the end of this April, and
Why don't you give it to them? Because if I talk about it, it's just gonna sound like I'm boasting.
no, I'm letting you take the
right.
floor, Austin. Tell us what our debut audio drama is.
Our debut WIDR tale is Drendo Celeste, a sci-fi horror audio drama written by your very own host, Austin Vetor.
Austin,
Obviously,
baby.
Ryan being the man behind the scenes, pulling the strings, with production stuff. We have the WIDR crew coming in to voice these characters. It's going to be a great time.
Your DJs, your
End of the month, like right beginning of the next month is when you're planning on hearing it. So keep an eye out for that, definitely. And then,
So what, Austin? Drendo Celeste? What is it? Like, what is Drendo Celeste?
Oh, like just the player? Or
Yeah,
how I
what
get
is it, man?
Yeah.
We can't hear it. We don't know what it's about. Like, what is Drendo Celeste?
Drendo Celeste is a sci-fi horror much in the vein of like Alien Isolation and Dead Space. To give you any idea,
So
of
we're
what
on a
that's-
ship? Is that what we're on a ship?
Sci-fi, fully ghost ship.
Oh,
who,
you heard it here,
Not to
folks.
give too much away, but honestly,
No, this is the time to do it. This is the one time to do it. Is give a
Yeah.
little bit away. So who's the main character? What is this cast? What is our crew looking
we have
like?
a relatively small cast, I want to say.
Cast of what, 7, I believe?
Something like
Which
that.
is fully casted at the moment, so I mean...
by WIDR people too.
Why
so you get to hear all your favorite DJs
Your
come on.
favorite DJs are casted on the radio drama Drendo Celeste.
Yeah, of course. It follows a search and rescue team from the UNA ship Asimov as they explore this ghost ship Prospero, which was once a research ship. And is now abandoned as they have to figure out what happened, what's going on, the general stuff that plays out in these sorts of stories.
Yeah, so again, a sci-fi body horror, right?
Oh, definitely body horror
You would
at
say
times.
body horror. I know you
There's
talked
no
about
visual,
that.
but yeah.
You imagination's key, folks.
gosh.
And we're trust me. I mean, we have a full cast of great vocal talent. We have some of the best sound design and post-production specialists working on this stuff. So you're going to hear a beautiful product coming out of Drendo Celeste.
A well-done product. I don't think it's something that, they're going to be listening to.
But
It's
trust
going to
me,
be fantastic.
I'm
Beautiful
excited.
Is not the right descriptor.
yeah, maybe not beautiful, but it's going to be intriguing, captivating, and just overall just exciting and an exhilarating product for y'all to listen to.
A nerve, not wrenching, but like the hairs on your backs are gonna, be there.
Yeah, so you wrote the script as well,
I
Austin.
did write the script.
So tell us how did Drendo Celeste come together?
Well, it's pretty simple. You sit down at a computer at about noon, and you decide what general vibe you want to go for. I decided sci-fi horror because, Dead Space, Resident Evil, a lot of horror games have been coming out.
Yep.
It's been prominent everywhere. I was talking about Alien Isolation that week on the podcast, or on, not the podcast, the 8-Bit Hour. So it was just prominent in my sci-fi horror. I could do something with that. I sat down at noon. I got an hour in. It was like, okay, what are some characters? Captain Jackson, the kind of stoic,
Captain
more
Jackson,
action hero character.
which is voiced by the voice
Matias
box.
Alvarez.
Yep, the voice box.
And then
Which is your typical hero type character.
A little more, definitely not quite his story. And then I was like, okay, this is clearly derived from your Dead Spaces and whatnot. We gotta have like kind of a funny engineer man. William Clark is straight up an homage to Isaac Clarke,
which is voiced by me,
of course. You did a fantastic job, I'm sure.
Oh, you had to take off at the beginning of
Classes,
recording.
am I right?
But
Finals.
man, I am so excited for you to
The
hear this.
audacity for college to give me responsibility, am I right?
No kidding, but I mean,
then of course we have our other bosses. Lucy, who is our production manager,
or a video director.
Video director, and then Logan, who is
program director.
A lot of directors here, who will be voicing minor roles, big roles, kind of everything in between. But yeah, you'll be hearing just a wide array of WIDR personnel, quite a few different characters.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah.
And then so you take that first hour, noon to 1, and then you write kind of character ideas, what the main antagonist is. I won't explain that because kind of the point of the thing.
Just formulating stuff.
Yeah,
you
formulating
yeah.
And then you realize you have other classwork to do, right?
Yeah.
And then later that night, you get back on your computer at like 10. You got an hour to wind down. You do some writing, and then you just kind of go for it. And the next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you have a finished project. And that's basically my thing.
Beautiful.
It's the sleep schedule completely goes out the window, but the product, I think I should say,
all
is
about
primo.
the content. You are content goblins. We know that, folks. So we, especially Austin, is going to make sure that you get what you are looking for. So, just stay tuned for Drendo Celeste, which, like, what can we expect from the horror aspect? This is supposed to be horror. Like, I know this is a quite a natural and organic, one might say, horror, sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Organic in maybe a quite literal sense as well, right?
Okay. Now you're just you're just calling me out. It's black, but no. Yeah. I think. We should say it now. Hey, for those of you who may be listening, we should mention trigger warnings for space and or body horror.
Yeah,
just straight up.
Without a doubt, yeah.
One, to let you know what you're getting into, and also to let you know what you can be excited for if that's your cup of tea.
Ooh, space phobia and body horror trigger warning, folks.
Yeah, and don't worry if you stumble upon it on the show. We do plan on mentioning that before it actually starts.
It will be very clear that
we don't want to give anybody we don't want to give anybody who doesn't want nightmare.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, and expect some fantastic audio set or like audio design.
Yeah.
Because like I made a pretty good script, but if I'm being honest, Ryan is gonna take this from being a good story to a fantastic experience. So.
Oh, I'm excited! I have all the sound bits together. We have a great just sound.
Even
design.
I knew this going in because at some point I was like, he's gonna need an audio effect. What in my mind is going to be the good audio effect? I was like, well, he could find a soundbite from like a Colt 1911, and that's gonna be more distinct. But he could probably almost certainly find. There's like 2 sentences where I'm like, here's exactly what you need to look for in alternatives to it at some point down there.
Hey, no, I appreciate that. And then again, like, we have a great volunteer team here at the production, here under production at 89.1 WIDR FM. So we are going to have them help us out. So I'm just so excited. Again, we have some of the lines recorded, about half of them recorded right now.
I'd say so, yeah, half.
I am just so excited to finish this up and get this around, hopefully, to the end of April.
And you know what? It sounds like WIDR Tales won't be taking quite as big as a break as some of your other productions here at WIDR. Not to make any too big promises, but it sounds like we're going to continue going this too.
Without a doubt, we're already in the works on starting our next radio drama. So this is just a fun aspect of the station. We want y'all to be able to hear, and we want to take it for on YouTube, Spotify, all that, just so y'all can hear us on air and just be able to just have some great content anywhere you go. So just stay tuned for Drendo Celeste. You're gonna hear it on air.
And then you're gonna love it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear updates for it on air. You're gonna see updates for it on our social media, and you're gonna see updates for it on our website.
We've gone out like it's not just like, hey, check it out. I mean, I went to the fancy AI machines and we've made some pretty interesting kind of like teasers for it too, which you should be hearing on air, in the coming days. And also on the TikTok. As soon as I
Yeah.
talk to Lucy about that.
Well, let's get it
So,
together.
yeah.
So stay tuned. Stay excited, folks.
So without further ado, Ryan, why don't you end the episode for us?
So, I mean, thanks for tuning in to the 12-bit pod. It's been a minute since an episode's been up, and we apologize, but we back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're excited for the summer. I mean, Austin had a great list of games that are coming soon. So, again, go check those out. I mean, there was a war something at the beginning.
Yeah.
Amnesia is coming back out with some new stuff. Diablo 4, and again, the big bad boy, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild 2, whatever you want to call it. You do you. The new Zelda game coming out, next month?
Yeah, next month, like
Sweet.
mid next month. Yeah.
But the big thing coming out is Drendo Celeste. Like the sci-fi horror. I mean, the script is beautiful, folks. We have great vocal talent, and we're gonna have great production. You don't want to miss this. You don't. And just stay tuned for more. Check out On Air, because you're gonna be hearing liners and updates. Check out social media and check out the website. You're gonna hear all this, and you're gonna keep hearing it because we have more coming right after.
So without further ado, this has been the 12-bit pod here at 89.1 WIDR FM. Your source for radio evolution.
And Wider Tales Radio Drama Evolution.
Okay, we had a line for that.
I know, I messed it up. It's okay, but it's all right.